The Gong farmer. There were no flushing toilets in medieval times. They weren't invented until 1596. Instead, you sat on a stone or wooden board, with a hole in it, and the human waste dropped through. In castles, toilets were often made to overhang an outside wall, and the human waste fell either into the moat, into a pit outside the wall, or just onto the ground. So pits had to be cleaned out by an unfortunate servant called the Gong farmer. They would shovel the waste into baskets and wheelbarrows, and take it off to bury or spread on fields as fertilizer. Gong farming could be dangerous, as well as smelly. In 1325, Richard, the raker, fell into a pit and drowned. So Gong farmers were quite well paid. The oldest known gold artifacts were discovered in the Necropolis of Varna, Bulgaria. It dates back to around 4500 BC. Varna is home to the largest known prehistoric necropolis in southeastern Europe. A total of 294 graves have been found in the necropolis, containing more than 3,000 items made from gold. Also high-quality flint tools, jewelry, shells, pottery, obsidian blades and beads were found in the graves. Inside grave 43, archaeologists uncovered the remains of a high-status male, who appears to have been a leader of some kind. More gold was found within this burial than in the entire rest of the world in that period. The artifacts can be seen at the Varna Archaeological Museum and at the National Historical Museum in Sofia.
5 brutal execution methods. Impalement. Many civilizations and cultures practiced this ancient world form of torture. It involved impaling the person with a long, sharp, and often greased stake. The rack. The person's ankles are fastened to one roller and the wrists are chained to the other. It would stretch the person's body, eventually dislocating the limbs and ripping them off. Flaying or skinning alive. The victim was first stripped, and their hands and feet bound to stop any movement. After this, the executioner would begin peeling away the individual's skin with a sharp blade. The Roman candle. Emperor Nero hated Christians so much that he used them as human candles or torches for his garden parties. Rat torture. A rat was placed inside a small cage positioned against the victim's abdomen. The cage was heated from the outside, causing the rat to become agitated, and it would try to escape by clawing its way out into the only available soft surface.
The sandglass or the hourglass first appeared in Europe in the 8th century and may have been invented by Liutprand, a French monk. It appears to have been widely used throughout Western Europe from that time through 1500. It comprises two glass bulbs, connected vertically by a narrow neck, that allows a regulated flow of a substance from the upper bulb to the lower one. Typically, the upper and lower bulbs are symmetric, so that the hourglass will measure the same duration, regardless of orientation. The specific duration of time a given hourglass measure is determined by factors including the quantity and coarseness of the particulate matter, the bulb size, and the neck width. The Tomb of Tutankhamun. An Egyptian pharaoh who ruled from 1332 to 1323 BC. His death may have occurred unexpectedly before the completion of a grander royal tomb, causing his mummy to be buried in a tomb intended for someone else. The nearly intact tomb was discovered in 1922 by Howard Carter. There were 5,398 items found in the tomb, including a solid gold coffin, face mask, thrones, archery bows, furniture, food, and more. It took Howard Carter 10 years to catalog the items.